Hey there, Julie. Congratulations again on graduating from high school. It made me so proud watching you get your diploma at the ceremony earlier today. I know you're out at dinner with your friends, so I won't be long. I just wanted to let you know that I bought you a little cake from the pastry shop down the road, so you can eat it whenever you get back home.
You bought me some cake? Yuck. I don't want any food that your filthy hands have touched.
Julie, what's gotten into you? Why are you talking to me like that? Is this really you? Did one of your friends take your phone and pull a prank on you or something?
No, I'm just finally free to say what I've always thought about you. Anyway, did you see the fat envelope sitting on the kitchen table?
I did, but I wasn't sure what it was, so I didn't open it.
You should probably open it as soon as possible. It's really important.
Okay, give me a moment. Julie, what is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were the words too big for you? You need my help understanding them? I'll make it as simple as possible. They're a complete set of divorce papers.
I know what they are. I'm asking you why you left me a stack of divorce papers.
Do I have to explain everything for you? I want you and Dad to get divorced. So sign everywhere you need to before I get back from dinner. Got it? Once you sign it, pack up your stuff and get the hell out of our house.
Hold it right there, young lady. You want me to divorce your dad? How dare you say something like that to me? And you don't have any right to tell me to leave this house. Who do you think you're talking to?
I think I'm talking to a colossal idiot who I don't want or need around anymore.
Julie?
I just graduated high school today. You know what that means? It means that you are now the least educated person in this entire family.
Well, yes, I suppose that's right. Your father graduated from university and you're set to enroll for the fall semester.
And I don't want to be the only girl in my class whose mom is less educated than she is. So hurry up, sign those divorce papers, and get out of this house and my life. I don't need some idiot like you hanging around mucking up my life any longer. God, I have been waiting so long for this day. I've wanted you gone ever since I was in elementary school. It was around then that I woke up to just what a moron you are.
I can't believe this. You felt this was about me ever since all the way back then?
How could I possibly feel any other way? Do you have any idea how much you have humiliated me up until now?
Humiliated you? I have done no such thing.
Yeah, you have. I graduated at the top of my class, Mom. I gave the valedictorian speech. Oh, I'm sorry, you probably don't even know what valedictorian means. I don't know what I'd do if any of my friends found out the truth about you, that you're an uneducated, ignorant failure. They would have laughed me out of the school for sure. That's why I told my friends as little about you as possible and never brought them over to the house. With you out of the way, I'll finally be able to relax for the first time in forever.
I cannot believe the hurtful language you're using right now, Julie. Sure, you're right, I never finished high school, but to call me uneducated and ignorant, that is way over the line. I have done everything that I can for you as your mother to support you to the best of my abilities. Lacking a high school diploma hasn't stopped me from helping you focus on school and your father focus on work.
Oh my God, you think you've actually done anything to help us? Give me a break.
I've had enough of this conversation for now. I'll have to discuss your behavior with your father later.
You think he's gonna tell you anything different? Take another look at those divorce papers, Mom. Dad's already signed them.
I suppose you're right. I've done my best to be a good wife and mother to you two, but apparently that hasn't been enough for you to appreciate me.
What is there to appreciate about you? You're just an ugly old woman who wasn't even smart enough to graduate from high school. Now stop blabbering and start signing.
Right away, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Huh?
I'm gonna get right to work on signing these papers. The courthouse is still open for another couple hours. I should be able to file them today, too. It was really kind of your father to sign them for me.
Hold on, what's going on? You're thanking me? And why do you seem like you're so excited to divorce Dad?
Well, what's the matter, Julie? This is what you want, isn't it? You said you wanted me out of the house and your life as soon as possible. I'm simply doing what you asked me to.
Well, I mean, yeah, but something's off. You're acting way too happy for someone whose daughter just called her an ugly old idiot. Like, you're not angry at me or even sad? What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. I'm genuinely happy. The truth is, I've been strongly considering divorcing your father for years. Sure, it doesn't exactly feel great to have my own daughter insult me and tell me to leave the house, but this is the chance that I've been waiting for, and I'm taking it.
What? You mean you were already thinking about leaving Dad anyway?
You just started being a snotty little brat to me recently, but your father? He's been a total jerk to me since shortly after you were born. After all, the only reason you're mocking me for not graduating high school is because you've heard your father do that your whole life. He thinks I'm going to put up with whatever he does to me because I can't make it on my own. But he's wrong about that, and now I'm going to prove it. I've had all I can take, and I am leaving.
Oh my God, you're an even bigger idiot than I thought. He's right. You can't live on your own as a high school dropout with no work experience. And you were going to willingly walk away from your marriage? You absolute moron. Fine, that works out great for me. Hurry up and sign those papers and never show your face around here again.
Naomi! I just got a text from Julie. She said you submitted those divorce papers. Is that true?
I sure did. I just got out of the courthouse a few minutes ago. I'm so glad I made it before they closed. The clerk looked them over and said they were all in order, so that means it's official. You and I are no longer husband and wife. Congratulations, you're single again.
No way! I don't believe you! There's no way you actually did that! This is just a threat, right? You're trying to scare me.
Why do you sound so surprised, Matthew? You signed them too, didn't you?
Oh, well, yeah, but that's only because Julie made me. I thought she was going to use them as a practical joke on you or something. I didn't think you were actually going to turn them in. What the hell are you thinking, Naomi?
You might not have meant it, but it seems that Julie was dead set on driving me out of the house. You should have heard the way she belittled me for dropping out of high school. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, or so they say. And personally, I was already feeling that we've taken our marriage as far as it was going to go. So I signed the papers she left for me and took them straight down to the courthouse. They've been officially accepted, so there's no taking this back now.
Wait a second. You mean to tell me you wanted to divorce me? That's news to me.
If you would take a moment to reflect on your behavior towards me over the years, it wouldn't be so surprising.
What do you mean?
I can't take one more day of your constant belittlement. I willingly agreed to quit my job and become a full-time housewife for you, but from day one you were constantly making snide remarks. Like, wow, this dinner tastes like a high school dropout made it. And another time you said to me, maybe if you had paid attention in geometry class, you'd be able to fold a freaking shirt properly. And now you treat me like a full-on slave, making me work all day, every day, without a single word of appreciation. If this is what married life is going to be like with you for the rest of my life, then I want out.
Hey, give me a break! I just said that stuff because I was stressed out from work. You can't honestly be divorcing me because I teased you a little bit every now and then.
Excuse me? I don't remember signing up to be a verbal punching bag for you. Thanks for being so honest with me, though. Now I'm even more sure of my decision to leave you.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
I know exactly what you mean, Matthew. Stop treating me like an idiot. I have devoted the last 18 years of my life to you and Julie. I have given you all I had to give. And now, that's all gone. From now on, I'm living life on my own terms. And you know what I'm gonna do first? I'm gonna go back to high school.
What, now? You're 40, Naomi!
Wrong, Matthew. I am 34. I guess that fancy college diploma of yours doesn't confer basic math skills, does it? You know the reason I dropped out of high school? And it wasn't because I wanted to.
Hey, you can't blame all of that on me. It's not like I forced myself on you or anything.
I'm aware that I'm responsible. I was old enough to know better than to get involved with you, but I did it anyway. I chose to drop out of high school, marry you, and give birth to Julie, all while I was still a teenager. But what makes you think you can criticize me for the choices I made when you're just as responsible for what happened as I am? Do you not even recognize the fact that you have half of the responsibility for everything that happened between us?
Well, I mean, yeah, I realize that.
Why am I unconvinced? Anyway, I've been planning on divorcing you once Julie graduated high school for years now. That's why I was so happy when Julie texted me earlier and told me about the divorce papers. Thanks for signing them for me, by the way. Goodbye.
Wow, so you really already divorced Dad? Awesome! So how does it feel to be a divorced high school dropout at your age, huh? Your life is so over. When you inevitably die alone on the streets, do it somewhere we won't be responsible for taking care of your corpse, all right?
I truly appreciate your concern for my well-being, Julie, but unfortunately for you, I won't be dying anytime soon. I already found a job as well as a place to live. Once my new lifestyle settles down, I'm going to start taking night classes to get my GED. So I'm afraid you're going to have to find a new insult from me because I won't be just a high school dropout for much longer.
Your GED? I think that's even more embarrassing than dropping out of high school in the first place. It's basically a trophy for being slightly less of an idiot than all the other idiots who don't finish high school.
You are free to think of what you like of me. But I'd say you guys need to be thinking more about yourselves than me right now. Are you going to be all right without me? I'm the one who's done all the housework up until now. From now on, you're going to have to do everything I did between the two of you. And that's with you starting college in a few months. Call it my motherly instinct, but I'm honestly kind of concerned about you.
Oh, don't worry about us. You're talking to the valedictorian, Mom. Both me and Dad have more brains in our pinky fingers than you do in your entire body. Plus, with you out of the way, I'll finally be able to have the social life I always wanted. I have never felt better about my future than I do right now. I might just graduate at the top of my university class, too.
That's certainly a wonderful goal to shoot for. But just remember, you can't actually graduate from university if you never get accepted.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, dear. Nothing at all.
Mom, you gotta help me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. My college just canceled my enrollment. They said I never sent any of the acceptance forms. Then when I missed the deadline to pay the deposit on my tuition, it was automatically rescinded. But I don't understand. I passed the test. That means I get in, right? They can't do this to me.
Yeah, this is exactly what I figured was going to happen. You two really can't do anything without me, can you? How many times did I tell you about that paperwork, Julie? I even offered to do it for you because you were taking so long, but you insisted that you'd do it yourself. You said that a high school dropout like me would never be able to fill it all out correctly. But I kept waiting and waiting for you to hand me the completed paperwork, and you never even did one single sheet.
Oh no, I forgot about that stuff.
Plus, your dad dropped the ball with the deposit. Just like with you, I told him that we needed to send in the deposit for your tuition as soon as possible, and to give me our checkbook so I could write a check. But he told me the same thing you did. He didn't trust a high school dropout with his checkbook. He was sure I'd go off and waste it on myself. And in the end, he forgot about it, just like you did. Like father, like daughter.
This can't be happening. Why did I put it off so long?
I guess they don't teach proper time management in high school or college these days, huh? I had to learn that all by myself in the real world. Isn't that something, though? Between a college graduate and a high school valedictorian, neither of you could make a payment or submit a single document on time. What good does all that education do you if you don't even have fundamental life skills? Maybe dropping out of high school wasn't such a bad thing after all. I wouldn't want to turn out like the two of you.
Shut up, Mom. Stop mocking me and tell me what I'm supposed to do now. I have to go to this college for fall semester. If I don't, it's going to throw my entire life plan into chaos. You have to do something to get me into college.
Sorry, sweetie, I'm just a dumb old high school dropout. I don't know nothing about no fancy learning or whatnot.
You're not gonna help me?
Why would you want my help anyway? You were the valedictorian, weren't you? I'm sure you'll come up with a solution on your own.
Naomi, this is bad. I just got a call from the bank. They said that we haven't made our mortgage payments in 4 months and they're gonna foreclose. What the hell is this? You're in charge of paying our bills? What happened?
Slight correction, I was in charge of paying bills. We're divorced now, remember?
Of course I remember. That's not the issue.
I know the issue is that, just like Julie, you never listened to me.
What do you mean?
You used to let me hold on to your checkbook precisely because I was the one who paid all our big bills, like property tax and our mortgage. But earlier this year, you took it away from me and never gave it back.
Yeah, because we were spending a ton of money every month. I knew you were the one who was wasting it all.
You remember going to the casino with your coworkers in January?
Oh, that was just one time, though.
And then you went to the horse races with them in February.
Yeah, we did do that, didn't we? But I didn't do any gambling after that.
Yeah, you managed to kick your habit, but then you went on a week-long cruise with them in March.
Okay, maybe I was spending a bit much.
A bit? You spent more than your monthly income on just yourself for 3 months in a row. I may not be a college graduate, but even an ignorant bumpkin like me knows that spending more money than you earn means your savings start to dwindle. But no matter how many times I told you about the mortgage, you never listened to me. I was able to pay the other bills with our credit card, which is the only reason your water and electricity still work.
Hey, I deserve to relax a little every once in a while. It's my money, after all.
Now that we're divorced, yes, it's all yours. Just like the responsibility to pay your bills. Didn't you get any calls or letters in the mail from the bank up until now? I feel like they wouldn't just jump right to the foreclosure without communicating with you first.
I don't answer the house phone, you know that, especially if it's a number I don't know. And who even sends letters anymore? I just threw away all the mail that came in. Nothing seemed that important. You always sorted through that stuff, but you decided you didn't want to be my wife anymore.
Good grief, Matthew, are you really gonna try to blame your impending financial ruin on me? Maybe you could try calling the bank and telling them it's all your ex-wife's fault. See how far that gets you.
This isn't the time for sarcasm, Naomi. They're saying they're gonna put the house up for auction unless I can make up the missed payments soon. But I don't have anywhere near enough money in my account to cover it. Can't you do something about this? I remember you were pretty friendly with someone at the bank we got the loan from, weren't you?
Actually, yeah, one of the other women in the PTA is the branch manager there. We used to work together a lot on school functions.
That's great! Then you can go and talk to her and get this situation fixed, okay? So I missed a few payments. It's not the end of the world. I'll tighten my belt for the next few months and make it all back in no time, I promise.
That's not gonna happen. You're on your own.
What?
Why do I have to be the one to clean up your mess? I told you to give me your checkbook for months. You kept saying no. You made your bed, now lie in it.
But she's your friend, not mine. To her, I'm just one out of hundreds of customers.
Then you'll just have to go and tell her the truth. You wouldn't let your wife make the mortgage payments because you blamed her for your gambling and spending habits. Then she divorced you for being a pretentious jerk all the time, and you never started making the payments by yourself. Throw in some groveling, begging, and pleading, and who knows, maybe they'll let you live there a little longer after they auction it off.
Don't you understand? I'm trying to figure out a way where I don't lose the house.
Boy, Matthew, I'm sorry, but my inferior high school dropout brain just doesn't know how to handle this sort of situation. I don't even know how to spell the word mortgage. But you've got a big, smart college graduate brain. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Mom, please, I am begging you. You have to find some way to get me into college.
Naomi, the fall semester has already started. I think it's about time you give up on going to your school of choice this year.
I can't give up. This is a huge part of my life plan. I tried everything. I called the admissions office and they said they couldn't help. I went there in person. They said the same thing. I even tried following the administrators out of the building to their cars and begging them to let me in, but they threatened to call the cops on me. They all said I'm too late to enroll this semester.
Then it sounds like you're too late. You should probably give it up already. I'm not sure what you want me to do about this.
Do something, anything. You've gotten me out of a ton of trouble in the past, haven't you? You can think of a way, I know it. And hey, weren't you good friends with the dean?
Not that I'm aware of.
But I remember the time we went to the open house day. Right before we left, the dean himself came up to you and said hi. You were talking for a while, so I know you're on good terms. If you've got a connection like that, you can use it for your own daughter.
I hate to tell you, but your faith in my network is misplaced. I don't have any connections. We had just met before, that's all. We're acquaintances.
Where did you meet him, though? He's the dean.
I met him at the free lectures the college was offering throughout last year.
The what?
I'm not surprised you don't remember. I invited you to each one, but you never expressed any interest at all. I wanted to support you into getting into your school of choice as best I could, but being a high school dropout, I admittedly don't know the first thing about college. When I heard they were offering free public lectures, I thought it would be a good way for me to get a feel of how life on campus would be for you.
And the dean was there?
Yeah, he was one of the most frequent lecturers. He's a fantastic public speaker. He really knows how to work a crowd. His lectures were always on important topics and very informative. I sat in the center of the front row every time I went, so it seems like he remembered me from that. It's not like I can buy your way into college like a Hollywood star or something.
But why were you going to all that trouble?
For you, Julie. I wanted to give you the best chance you could have at getting admitted, so I talked to a bunch of the professors who gave those free lectures and asked them if they had any leftover class materials they wouldn't mind letting me have. I thought they would make good study tools for you before you took your entrance exam.
Wait, you made that study guide? I thought that was something they sold at the school store.
Well, it wasn't. It was a labor of love from a mother to her daughter. But now I see that was all for nothing. Just like what you're doing now. Trying to get in at this point is a wasted effort, Julie.
There has to be something you can do. I'm your daughter, aren't I? You have to help me.
Wake up, Julie. I'm not your mother anymore. You told me I was an embarrassment to you and you wanted me out of your life. You don't get to take those words back whenever you need me for something. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get going.
What? Where are you going?
To school. I'm taking night classes, remember? I can't be late. We've got a big test tonight. Good luck on getting into college, Julie. If you hurry, you might make it in time to apply for the spring semester. Matthew ended up getting a new loan from a different bank and was able to keep his house. However, the interest is much higher on this new loan. He's never had to balance a budget by himself before, so making ends meet is really difficult for him right now. His savings are dwindling lower and lower every day. As for my daughter, Julie, she missed the application deadline for the spring semester, too. No surprises there. If I were still her mother, I would lovingly advise her to give up on this school and go to a less exclusive and less expensive university. But I'm not her mother anymore, so if she wants to waste her life waiting to go to college, it's no skin off my nose.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.